You absolute madmen. You've forced me into this position. I now have to defend Overwatch. You fucking Hey, hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. Me and Overwatch have had a interesting history together. You could call it a love-hate relationship. I've been one of the few gaming YouTubers that have been critical of Overwatch since day one back in 2016. I've had my criticisms and my number of issues with Overwatch. Charging full price for a multiplayer-only game with no single-player campaign. Removing content from the game, specifically PvE content, under the guise and semantics of calling them events. And of course, the garbage RNG microtransaction loot boxes. I've made several videos criticizing Overwatch. I've let my problems with the game be known. But in the end, I have always stated that Overwatch is still an objectively good game, a quality product, and I do indeed have a lot of fun playing it. I have my grievances, I have my issues with the game, I have my dislikes about it, but in the end, I still do like the game, and I still do find it fun. I criticize Overwatch because I like Overwatch, because I want the game to improve from my criticism, to take my criticism to heart, and hopefully become a better game in the future because of it. And while I still wholeheartedly believe Overwatch to be a fun yet flawed game, there is no denying its success, its popularity. I mean, it would simply be retarded and dishonest to even consider or imply that Overwatch in any way, shape, or form was failing or dying whatsoever. God fucking damn it! These cynical, pessimistic, clickbait, drama whore YouTubers at it again. Why can't gamers and gaming YouTubers just be happy with the games we have? Just enjoy gaming? Nah, it's always gotta be a competition for how much bullshit and outrage we can stir up. So why is Overwatch apparently dying, you may ask? Well, after consuming and watching this content, the consensus between these gaming YouTubers seems to be popular live streamers and esports personalities leaving the game, stop playing the game, and some players being unhappy with the new changes to the character meta. That's it? That's why Overwatch is dying? Not the player population, not a decrease in revenue. That's why Overwatch is dying. Give me a fucking break. So a few live streamers and some esports personalities have stopped playing the game or quit the game. Did you ever think maybe that has something to do with they've been playing the game non-stop for 2 years since it came out? There's this thing called burnout. It doesn't matter how good something is, whether it's a movie, a book, a piece of food, a video game. If you have that one thing, that same thing, over and over again for an extended period of time, non-stop, you're gonna get tired of it. You're gonna get bored of it. You're gonna get sick of it. People move on to other new things. Variety is the spice of life and the spice of gaming. Oh, and players are unhappy with a changing meta in a multiplayer video game? Color me shocked! When has that ever been happened before? Such a foreign concept, man! He said, sarcastically. Jesus Christ. I know for a lot of casual gamers that Overwatch was their first foray into multiplayer shooters, and the whole idea of a meta in multiplayer is new to a lot of people. But you need to understand, this has been a part of multiplayer gaming since its inception. Metas, builds, the status quo. And now with the heavy implementation of the live service model into basically all multiplayer video games nowadays, it's a constantly changing landscape. You go into multiplayer video games understanding and accepting things are going to change. Whether you like or dislike the changes, whether you like or dislike the current state of the game and the meta, that's all personal preference. I'm sorry, but this whole narrative about Overwatch dying is complete and utter rubbish. The game is still popular as hell. It is constantly populated with players new and old. The loot box microtransactions are still earning Activision Blizzard hundreds of thousands if not millions of dollars every week of every month of the past 2 years the game has been out. It is still one of the most played and most viewed games on Twitch. Overwatch videos still garner hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. The fucking porn of this game, porn is made of Overwatch non-stop. And now these clickbait drama whore gaming YouTubers are trying to feed this false narrative to the gaming community that Overwatch is dying because they're desperate for some ad revenue. God forbid people actually click on your videos and watch your videos for you, for your personality, for your unique individual perspective and opinions on video games. Nah. Let's just forge this narrative that esports is all of a sudden the most important asset and pillar of Overwatch, and now because the esports scene of Overwatch is not as popular anymore, you can thank Fortnite for that, now all of a sudden Overwatch is dying. Yeah, fuck statistics, right? Fuck actual player numbers and revenue generated. Fuck the actual metrics and important details as to whether or not a game is actually dying or not. You just feel it in your bones, you feel it in your gut. That Overwatch is dying because a bunch of Twitch streamers and esports personalities stopped playing the game that they've been playing non-stop for 2 years. God forbid they take a break and play something else. And when it comes to the meta, guys, it's a multiplayer video game. There will always be people pissed at the current meta of any and all multiplayer video games. You can never, ever satisfy everyone. But hey, you know what? Let me throw you a bone. Let's hypothetically say that Overwatch is dying. Up until this point where it's hypothetically dying, Overwatch has been popular and alive for 2 whole fucking years. Most multiplayer video games are extremely lucky to get 2 weeks, let alone 2 years of popularity and high player counts. You're really gonna start bitching and moaning about Overwatch losing popularity, losing steam, losing profitability after 2 whole years of success. What the fuck do you people want? What were you expecting? Do you expect multiplayer games to live and last forever? People move on. They get tired. They go to play other things. Do these gaming YouTubers honestly expect everyone to pick up and play one multiplayer video game and then play that non-stop for the rest of their lives? Because if you stop playing, if you get tired of it, if you get bored of it, if you put it down, God forbid, then all of a sudden the game is dying and it's done something wrong? This is such forced drama and a false narrative simply bred for clickbait, for views, for ad revenue. However, that's only one possibility. The other possibility, the scary possibility, is that these people actually believe and mean what they're saying. Well, to these hardcore live streamers, esports stars, and YouTubers, these hardcore competitive multiplayer gamers, I say onto you, you are the 1%. You do not represent the entirety and the majority of the gaming community. Your problems, your issues are not automatically everybody else's. Like it or not, the vast majority of gamers, statistically, are casual gamers that don't give a shit about metas, or esports, or live streamers. They just play the games, they play the game, in this case Overwatch, for fun. Whether it's to feel the satisfaction of overcoming skilled players in competitive, a casual laid-back match in quick play, or just goofing around in custom games. The vast majority don't give a shit about your Twitch viewership, your esports money prizes, or what changes to the game's meta you like or dislike. I can't believe gaming YouTubers even have the audacity to consider Overwatch dying or failing. Jesus Christ. No video game is safe from their clickbait and false narratives. Oh shit, this has me curious. I'm gonna look this up. Oh, you've gotta be fucking kidding me! Seriously! Fortnite! Fortnite is dying?! Oh my god, you fucking liars! The most popular game in the world, the most popular video game of all time, is dying. Apparently. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter how popular or how successful any given video game is, someone's gonna claim that it's dying. And people keep asking me and wondering, Gamertron, why are you always at odds with the gaming community? Why are you always challenging the established narratives? Why don't you go with the flow and parrot what everyone else is saying? Because it's bullshit, because it's dishonest. There's absolutely nothing wrong with sharing your thoughts, feelings, and opinions. That's all I do on my YouTube channel. But the gaming community has got to stop pushing their opinions and feelings as reality, as the facts. Stop confusing subjectivity with objectivity. Look, I want to hear other people's opinions and feelings on video games. It's interesting, it sparks discussion, we get to share our passions. But when you start pushing your feelings and opinions as the facts, you are being dishonest, you are spreading misinformation. While I've had my issues with the particular video game Overwatch, I have never called it an objectively bad game because then I would be dishonest. It's an objectively good video game, a well-made product. But I feel as if there are several areas it could improve. I'm not trying to stop you from buying Overwatch or trying to get you to hate Overwatch, I'm just sharing my thoughts, feelings, and opinions. However, we have these gaming YouTubers spreading this false narrative that the game is dying, that it's losing popularity, that it's losing players, all because a few live streamers and esports players have moved on from the game or got bored of the game. And because there are people pissed off at the meta. Everyone is always pissed off at any multiplayer game's meta. It's how it will always be. This is what these gaming YouTubers are concerned about. Whether Twitch streamers and esports players are playing the game. Not the lack of a single-player campaign, not the removal of game modes, not the bullshit gambling loot box microtransactions. Why be concerned about any of that stuff? The stuff that actually affects the video game in question. Nah, it's live streaming and esports. That's the primary concern here. Jesus fuck. I love video games, but the gaming community infuriates me to no end. To wrap this up, Overwatch is not dying. Fortnite is not dying. Video games, gaming in general, is not dying. And if you see a suspicious YouTube video with a title, X video game is dying, there's a high probability it's full of shit. Anyways, that's been a video. And for those of you wondering, why am I showing Battleborn gameplay footage in the background instead of Overwatch gameplay footage? Well...
La 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 la.
Boy, you wouldn't guess from that smile that all his kids were stillborn, huh?
All right, well, thanks again, Peter.